I don't know. I could start shipping guys to Africa after this, but I don't know how much that would actually help. You know, I suppose occupying them is more important than doing that other stuff. Well, this might be a long one then. I'd rather not add the war goal until the very end. If I can afford to. Oh, I can just do this instead of doing that. Okay, so that's gone. I couldn't destroy it, but that was because of stuff. So I'll keep these 3 units here so they can't walk in from Spain. Leave you here. You can go here and here. Rebels in Finland. Cool. That's gonna be bad for Russia. I like that. It's gonna basically undo all of Russia's progress. Right. Which is nice. Ooh. Republic of Britannia under the bourgeois dictatorship. Okay. I'm not going to ask for an alliance since they still have rebels and stuff going on. That wouldn't be a good idea. Oh. Oh, I guess this counts as occupation too. Maybe I should cut him down to size. Nah, I might as well gain something out of this. Yep, I made the right choice of not doing it until a couple months after that would have happened. Okay. I don't want my pops to be liberal. This is annoying. job, France. And we'll see what they'll take. Okay, clearly they won't take they won't accept both of those. 88, there we go. That's what we were looking for. So as soon as they'll accept this, that's what we want. No, stay there. We just want to maintain our line. So Italy showed up. I don't know where Japan went. But we're completely crushing them. Just waiting on that one state. That one, province, I should say. I'll ask them if they'll accept Brittany, and then we'll see if we'll be okay then. I'm okay with paying essentially infamy for Italy being an idiot, but hey, what are you gonna do? No, they're still occupying stuff over here. I'm like, what am I losing? Losing this, clearly. But what am I going to do about that? Oh, come on. Okay. Hey, Denmark. Good job, Denmark. There we go. We've occupied all of mainland France. See you now, France. Well, I wouldn't accept that. Okay. What about Russia? Oh, okay. Geez, they really snuck in behind me here. Okay. They're just like crazy. Italy. Italy, Italy, Italy. Why are you so stupid? They're just losing armies like crazy doing this stupid crap. Which clearly is not necessarily a problem for me. But it's certainly annoying. Okay. Ugh. See, if a player did this, that would not work, ever. But I'm just not paying preternatural attention to what I'm doing. Alright. 97%. Yeah, we got this in the bag. Oh. Okay. I don't think I need these units here anymore. If I do that, I'm doing something wrong. Because they wouldn't even... Yeah. It doesn't matter. We'll have to talk to Russia once we hit 100. I think this is going to be the last war of this. The only thing I could do is just show what happens when I break the infamy limit. I suppose that's a good enough reason. %. That's what we want. Right there. So we need a couple more provinces, because not 100% isn't all, you know, occupation. Those guys are some beat up units. Okay, we occupied one more thing. 100%. Okay. Propose peace. They would accept this offer. Sweet. And it doesn't look shitty. Well, it still looks shitty, but it doesn't look as shitty because of the thing I did there. So let's go ahead and expand the railroads here. Expand the naval base. Open here. Open all factories. Subsidize all factories. As a matter of fact, let's just hang out over here instead of being up in North Africa. Evidently, you weren't very helpful. Yeah, Italy! Sweet. Alright. And now... like this... Just put some guys everywhere. Alright. Union busting. Stop infringing on my freedoms, brah. So that's pretty much the end of the game for practical purposes. Unless I had a very lucky CB that let me take people's states, there's nothing much else I can do. France is now number 10. Ah! Yes! They're actually below Sweden on the list. Italy is number 11. We'll have maybe one or two more states by the end of the game. Yeah, it's not doing much for me. Here, focus on clergies. Right there. About no. About no. Woohoo! I support wholeheartedly. Alright, so let's take a look through. Whoa, 300. That's actually 30,000. I almost got ahead of myself there for a second. Yep. Alright. So, I guess realistically this is the game, as I said. There's not much else I can even do, aside from break the infamy limit, which is not necessarily that big a deal. To build a couple of random factories here. And largely just running the game for a couple more years and seeing how high we can push our score. Which obviously I don't think that would be very much fun to watch. It's kind of why I ended the United States game. But I will basically cut back after I'm done and show you how things ended up. I probably won't do any more wars, and we'll just see what the world is like. So, I will see you on my next campaign of Victoria 2, and I'll show you the end state of this map. Alright! This is the end of the Germany game. We are at December 31st, 1935. If I unpause the game, it will autosave and then kick me to the thing, which makes it hard to see, so I wanted to show you around. We are the same as always. I just decided to move my stuff, my bureaucrats, to socialist loyalty for no reason. Because that seemed like it was an easier thing to do. Anyway, we've got everything basically the same as it was. I sphered Tunis and Algeria just for no reason. Italy apparently was not in my sphere at one point, so I had to sphere them again, which wasn't a big deal. Everything's the same here, I think. I have 18,000 points, which is an insane amount. And, yeah, I have lots of points. Interestingly enough, Italy is number 9, and they were number 8 a couple of times, but I think that's because Guangxi did a couple of things. We have, how many research points do we have sitting there? 26,000 research points. How much does this cost? 16,000, so we've got enough for, like, a tech and then some. Let's go ahead, I've got every reform passed. I had some little trouble with my militancy, it just kept going up, and up, and then I had a few revolts pop up. Nothing major. But I managed to stay in appointed upper house for quite a long time, which is what prevents you from going into democracy. So I managed to stay a monarchy the entire game while being a cool socialist bro who helps everybody, which is kind of cool. That was kind of what I was looking forward to doing in the Celtic Empire game. We don't have any African things that we could have released, but anyway, we are an empire that stretches from sea to shining sea in Africa and Europe, which is cool. We closed ourselves off from that sea. Well, a little bit. I guess these two are still technically on the Indian Ocean. I actually got my alliance with Great Britain back, although they switched to democracy, and then all of the rebels went away, so they're not communist or fascist or whatever they were before. France is still fascist. They are a secondary power now. No great power for France. And I actually had a couple of potential crises pop up about these two places, and of course it didn't happen. Other than that, let's take a look around at other places. We've been taking a lot of... let's do it in a diplomacy screen so we can see a lot of focus on the great powers. So let's review those real quick. Socialists, liberals, conservatives, relatively normal, conservatives with absolute monarchy, Liberals with an absolute monarchy. That's strange. Socialists, HM government. They match our government pretty well. Reactionary absolute monarchy with Guangxi, and I believe, if we were to look at number 9, Italy is a, liberal HM government. Fascist there. Sweden matches our government type. Australia's liberal democracy. Qinghai is a reactionary absolute monarchy. Fascist dictatorship for the Netherlands. Mexico's democracy. Fascist HM government for Belgium. A lot of fascists around us. I wonder why that is. The Ottoman Empire is basically in the same... Well, they switched to Prussian constitutionalism instead of absolute monarchy, but still relatively normal for them. And they're in Russia's sphere now, which is interesting. And just going down the list. Oh, interesting that Prussia is that high. And Denmark matches ours. Poland is a reactionary HM government. Colombia has a cool flag because they're a fascist dictatorship. And fascist dictatorships always have cool flags for some reason. Krakow at 24? That's awesome. Because they have a shitload of prestige. I don't know why, but they do. Portugal's communists. Moldavia. Some of this we can see better in the ledger. But yeah, I'm allied to China and Japan, and the United Kingdom, and the two Sicilies. And I'm not allied to Italy, but they're in my sphere. And Sweden, and Finland, and all those dudes in my sphere. So, yeah, I think if there was a diplomatic rating in this game, I would have won. Because I'm allied with everybody. I was allied with the United States for a long time, and they would not accept an alliance with me for very spurious reasons. I could get that up. And Guangxi probably doesn't like that I'm allied with China, but not a big deal, because the only ones who I would not be able to get allied with in the top 10 or top 8 are is the Russians, because they hate me. Because I keep taking their stuff. Unfortunately, I never got the chance to annex these guys, or Belgium, or Poland, or Krakow. I shouldn't have sphered Krakow as early as I did. And Poland, I don't know. I couldn't have sphered them because I had a truce with them. But I had a chance to sphere Poland at one point and chose not to. And I got land off of them, so I suppose that's better in the end. But we did have a couple of guys sticking into our territory, making our borders look weird, but, you know, it's fine. South Africa has a couple of dudes stuck in them, so I think it's okay. In real life, I mean. What else do I want to look at? This place did not... Panamanian nationalists. This place did not get formed until the 20s. Maybe even the 30s. Prussian constitutionalism for Cuba. That's very interesting. Are there any uncivs left? Well, Ethiopia is still an unciv. And I was wrong, they actually do have slavery. I think probably some of these guys are uncivs. It doesn't look like it. Oh, Kokand. Basically just Kokand that I can see. Alright, well, no big deal then. About you. Yeah, they're civilized too. So I guess everybody except Kokand and probably... No, even Sokoto. Even Zanzibar is a... What the hell's this? I never noticed that that was there. It's a satellite of the Netherlands. So that would have complicated things if I were to try to annex the Netherlands. I think once you get to the Great War stage, it should be easier to annex, like, tiny miners that have a bunch of colonies out in the world, which really only happens to the Netherlands, let's be honest. But it should be more easier to annex the Netherlands. Let's just leave it there. So I think that was a pretty good... ooh, even more socialists. Was a pretty good game. As far as the next game I would want to do, when I talked about this game before, I said that the ones I think were the most fun to play were Germany, the USA, and Japan. I had another idea. I was really inspired by the Australia doing things in this game. So I think I might want to play as Australia. So either Australia or Japan as my next thing, or maybe China. I don't know. I think Japan's a little bit more fun than China. You can be more ambitious as China late in the game, but it's a lot slower early game. Japan can do a bunch of cool stuff. But Australia, I think, has not necessarily as much, you know, potential power as them, but certainly could be a lot of fun. So let me know what you think between Japan and Australia. And I'm doing these far in advance of where I should be. I am like 2 weeks ahead of where the last uploaded video was. So I may just end up choosing which one of these, or I might do both of them, and you'll see then. But you know, I'll make a comment in the video if I decide to do that, whether to disregard this choice or not. So I will see you on my next campaign of Let's Play Victoria 2.